Hi, I'm Austin Burke, and this is your Pike TV Panther Power Hour. First off, thanks to Dr. Basali and the band for all that they are doing at the games this year. From the screaming to the show me the money, the new cheers are becoming very popular with the Panther fan section. A huge congratulations to Pikeville's own Madison Tackett for being crowned this year's Pike County Bowl Queen. Great job to Madison and all of the girls who are representing their schools. PHS is one of 79 high schools participating in Advanced Kentucky. Being involved in Advanced Kentucky provides both students and teachers with monetary incentives for hard work. We are proud to announce that our students have earned a total of $3,800 in student incentives for passing AP exams in English, math, and science during the 2011-2012 school year. Shout out to Pikeville's senior class, 4th in the state for the ACT. Great job to all of the students who participated. On Friday, September 21st, the homecoming parade took off on the streets of downtown Pikeville at 4:30. The parade showcased Pikeville's football, soccer, cheerleading, and dance teams, both junior high and high school. The homecoming dance, which took place the day after, was a success, and everyone did, in fact, look their best. Congratulations to Jacob Burke and my news correspondent Frankie Daher for being crowned this year's homecoming king and queen. The queen was crowned at the homecoming game, and the king was crowned during the Powder Puff game. Speaking of Powder Puff, congrats to both the juniors and seniors on a great game, even though the seniors won. Attention, all Pikeville High School seniors, a friendly reminder, please bring in your baby pictures for the yearbook before November 16th. And also be thinking of the quote that you will forever be remembered by. Senior page money is due before Christmas break, and the amount is $125. The March of Dimes Walkathon took place September 29th at 9 a.m. at Bob Amos Park. Community service hours were awarded to the students who helped out. Thank you to everyone who was involved in this great cause. Ms. Scott's APES classes took field trips on September 26th and 27th to a hiking trail in Letcher County. See, now that sounds like an awesome field trip. Speaking of Ms. Scott, kudos to her and Pike County Solid Waste for securing our own recycling trailer. That away, fellas. Now all cardboard boxes can be broken down and placed in the container instead of being thrown away. There are sections for each type of recyclable, which means we can try to reach a goal of 50% of our waste being recycled. Everyone needs to try and do their part because PHS will be part of the nationwide Recycle Bowl again this year. So everything we recycle will help us. More details to follow as time gets closer. Charlie, the cap and gown company representative, was at PHS to meet with seniors on Wednesday, September 19th. He discussed some very sad things about graduation, and it's not too far away for me and all of my senior peers. The 2012 NHS induction ceremony for new members was held in Alumni Auditorium on Tuesday, October 2nd at 1:15 p.m. The ceremony was held to induct new members into the very prestigious club. Congratulations to everyone who is a part of the National Honor Society. The memorial for Randy Jones is the first of its kind in the state of Kentucky. The memorial is accessible for all children and includes features such as braille writing and ramps. Tyler Branham students attended the opening and got to imprint their hands onto the memorial, which is a huge honor. On October 3rd, former Governor Paul Patton visited Pikeville High School to speak to juniors and seniors about going to UPike and all of the opportunities that can come from going to college. Afterwards, Manali Panchal had an exclusive interview with Mr. Patton regarding what's to come at UPike.
Hello, this is Manali Panchal with the president of the University of Pikeville and former Governor Paul Patton. So,
good to be with you today.
Thank you. As a philanthropist who has donated your time, money, and energy toward causes you believe in, what do you feel has been the most significant accomplishment of your career?
My most important philanthropic effort has been for the University of Pikeville. I believe that anyone that has prospered well in a society, and I have prospered, has a responsibility to give back to that society on a voluntary basis through philanthropy. And as you know, the University of Pikeville is not a state-supported school. It's a private school. We don't get state money. Therefore, our tuition is higher than the state schools. But there are people out there that realize the mission that we are doing and realize that there are students that need to go to the University of Pikeville, that the tuition is too high. And so they give us money, and then we give that money to the students in the form of scholarships So there's a wide variety of scholarships available for different students at the University of Pikeville. Many of those scholarships are made possible by the generosity of people in this area and around the world who have done well. I just received a check last week from a woman from Chicago for $10,000 for scholarships for students in this area, and that happens every day. So philanthropy is important. Giving back is important, particularly from those who have prospered in our society.
All right. And why were you compelled to become the president of the University of Pikeville?
Well, I've been on the board of the University of Pikeville for probably 35 years. As I say, it's been my main way to give back. And we hired a president, and he only stayed about 6 months, had health problems, and left. This was 3 years ago. The semester was starting. We had already conducted one national search. We didn't have time. And so I told the board I would be willing to take the job for a year while we look for a new president. Well, I liked it so much. They liked me, and so I'm still here. That was 3 years ago. I am going to serve one more year, and then James Hurley, the vice president, will become the president next July. But I'm going to stay with the university and work in there in philanthropy. I'm going to talk to other people here in the eastern Kentucky, here in Pikeville, all over the state of Kentucky, and really around the world, about helping young students in Appalachia afford a high-quality education like they can get at the University of Pikeville.
And what future developments would you like to see at the university?
We've had a real rapid spurt of growth these last 3 years. The medical school building is now open. We've started a master's degree in business administration. Next fall, we're going to have a master's degree in sports management. We will eventually have a master's degree in education. We have established a campus in China, English as a second language. We're teaching in China, and we hope some of those Chinese students will then come to the University of Pikeville next fall. So we're truly have an international reach. We are looking at areas like a dental program, other healthcare professional programs. We've expanded our nursing program to include a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. So while we've had a rapid expansion these last 3 years, we still have more to do. But our student body has just about leveled out. We have about 1,200 undergraduate students, and that's about where we want to be. That still lets us be small enough to give the personal attention that some students want and need.
What's your student to teacher ratio?
About 16 to 1. And because we're small, the same professor will teach 3 or 4 different classes within a major. So if you come to the University of Pikeville and stay 4 years, you'll probably have the same professor 3, 4, 5 times. So not only will you get to know the professor will get to know you. And so they'll take you to the cafeteria and have lunch, or just sit on the sidewalk and sit on the bridge and talk philosophy or whatever you want to do.
Who won't like that?
But that's that personal touch that a large university just can't give. Now, large universities have a place. Some people do well. But for those that want the environment of the personal environment, then they really ought to look at the University of Pikeville.
So recently there has been talk about University of Pikeville becoming a public university. How do you feel this would benefit the institution and the people of Eastern Kentucky?
Well, that of course would let us get that tuition down to the other Moorhead and Eastern. Even though Eastern is called Eastern Kentucky, it's in Richmond. It's not in Eastern Kentucky. Moorhead's in Northeast Kentucky. This area of Southeast Kentucky is not well served by a state-supported university, and in many ways they are more economical. Now we try to make up for that, but if we had state support, we would be able to offer this high-quality education at a lower price to the students.
And what advice can you give to students who will graduate this year?
From high school? Mm-hmm. Find the college that's right for you. My first set of advice is go to college. I don't care who you are. In today's world, if you're going to have the kind of life you're wanting, you need a college education. Now, that might be the community college. Great opportunity, very economical. There's a lot of great career opportunities. And you can get the first 2 years of your bachelor's degree at the community college. So you could go to the community college, get the first 2 years, and then come to the Pikeville for the last 2 years. And there's another special state scholarship started this year for juniors and seniors at Pikeville that can really reduce that cost down to at or below Moorhead or Eastern. So that would be my advice. Go to college and find the right college for you. And it might be the University of Pikeville. It might be the University of Kentucky. It might be the community college. People are different. There's all, high schools are by and large the same in that you study about the same courses, whether it's here in Pikeville or Louisville or Paducah. Colleges, there's a great difference in colleges, from a community college to a medical school like Pikeville. And so you have to pick the college that's right for you.
And what are some scholarship options for students?
Oh, they're too numerous. They're too numerous to mention. The federal government has a scholarship program called the Pell Grant Program. That this year will be $5,550 maximum, depending on family income. And that, of course, would apply to the University of Pikeville, to that tuition. If you're eligible for Pell, you're eligible for a state grant of $1,900 automatically if they don't run out of money. Another reduce that tuition. There's a special $3,000 state grant that would be available to Pikeville that would not be available at Moorhead or Eastern. So that, again, reduce that tuition. I think you're all familiar, high school students are familiar with the KEYS program. That scholarship money would apply at the University of Pikeville. And then the University of Pikeville has academic scholarships. We have athletic scholarships. We have scholarships for the academic team. We have scholarships for the band, scholarships for the choir, scholarships for cheerleading and for dance team, as well as the more traditional sports. And then this new, the Kentucky scholarship that was new this year. So we also have a room and board scholarship, very unusual. Our room and board is $7,000 a year, which is pretty economical considering the great food that you get. But then there's a scholarship from $1,500 to $2,500 to reduce that down to probably $5,000. So that's pretty cheap, even if a student lives here in the Pikeville area. There is value in moving into a residential campus, living in the dorm, being close enough home to go home when you want to, but being able to spread your wings and get out and be independent and become that adult. And that's what college ought to be about, is moving from the status of a young adult in high school to a mature adult in college, ready to go out and conquer the world.
All right, thank you, Governor Patton. This is Manali Ponchal with Panther Power Hour.
Thank you. Pleasure to be with you.
And now over to my news correspondent, Frankie Daher.
Thank you, Austin. In elementary news, as many are aware, the school is now under a new testing system in our state. Results from the first year's testing will be released in the near future. If any parents have questions, please contact the school. In other updates, the Family Resource Youth Service Center will be providing assistance to families for Thanksgiving and Christmas. If you are in need of assistance for a student in the elementary school, please contact Don Rowe at 432-4196, extension number 2109. A quick message from the PTO says that volunteers are needed and any help at all with upcoming events and activities will be highly appreciated. The site-based decision-making council for the elementary school is as follows: Robert Jones, Glenda Adkins, Jatana Hall, Misty Haynes, Laura Keene, Kim McPeak, Kathy Cottle, Lance Rose, and Paula Scott. Miss Prater's Education in Kentucky class visited Miss Loader's preschool class this past month. The high school students were assigned a student to work with on a Lowe's building project. This began just one of the many interactions these students will have, as the preschoolers recently attended Pirate Day at the high school. The education class dressed as pirates and had a treasure hunt for all the kids to enjoy. As they finally found Denny Paul May, or as the kids referred to him as Scalawag May, all had fun-filled time. Throughout the entirety of the year, Ms. Prater's class will be helping these students and working with them on a weekly basis. This same high school class visited the first grade classes at the elementary and designed a lesson plan that they taught that day. From green eggs and ham to the rainbow fish, a good time was shared by all. Grandparents' Day was also celebrated at the elementary school. Approximately 500 grandparents attended to have their lunch with their grandchildren. This day turned out to be a huge success. On July 31st, our own Pikeville Superintendent, Mr. Jerry Green, was appointed to serve as a new council member of the Kentucky School Curriculum Assessment and Accountability Council. Congratulations, Mr. Green. We are all proud of you. Last year, the Pride Committee came up with an idea to reward students for out-of-the-ordinary behavior. On a coin system, students received a coin if faculty or staff witnessed a child performing an exceptional act. After a certain level was met in the coin jar, a school-wide reward day was put into place. Students enjoyed inflatables and treats on their very first ever Extraordinary Behavior Reward Day. Students also participated in Spirit Week. This took place during Homecoming Week along with the Homecoming Parade, where many of our students were represented. Thank you to everyone for your participation. Our students also attended Paint Pikeville Pink and supported the fight to end breast cancer. Caitlin Keithley placed first in the 10 to 13-year-old girls division with a time of 25 minutes. She also placed 5th overall among women competing. Tyler Hughes placed first in his division with a time around 24 minutes. He also placed 13th overall in the competition. The 21st annual What Parents Want Award is granted to schools who are meeting the needs of families choosing schools. Pikeville Independent was awarded this honor for the 2012 year along with 16 other schools. From the principal's desk, Mr. Jones would like all parents to follow him on Twitter at Principal PES. Again, that is his Twitter account, Principal PES. This has been Frankie Daher with your news.
Hi, I'm Devin Clevenger.
And I'm Samuel Prater, and this is your Sports Exclusive.
And junior high, the football team has been doing exceptionally well. They started off their season beating Shelby Valley 28-14.
The junior high football Panthers also hosted Eastridge for the homecoming game. Before the game took place, captain and homecoming queen were announced and presented. The co-captains were Clay Sloan and Nathan Campoy. Beside them were Savannah Little and Cassidy Cottle. Austin Sauer was named team captain and Savannah Nunemaker homecoming queen.
The boys golf team has been in action with Noah Combs advancing to the All-A state tournament. And also the girls golf team has been in action, advancing to the state tournament on September 8th in Springfield.
In later news, the volleyball girls are racking up the kills, especially Blair Pack, getting her 500th kill. We would also like to congratulate Tawny Justice for obtaining her 1,000th assist.
Oh man. The volleyball team begun their season shutting down the Pirates 3-0. 3 of our volleyball girls also made the all-tournament team. Those girls were Blair Pack, Tawny Justice, and Juana Childers. Good job, girls. Keep steamrolling the competition. As of airtime, the volleyball Lady Panthers hold an impressive record of 26-8.
Hello, I'm Frankie Daher, and I'm here with Noah Combs, the son of Steve and Teresa Combs of Pikeville, Kentucky. And Noah just recently won the regional championship in golf. So Noah, how did you get started in golf?
Well, pretty much my whole family's played golf, so I just kind of picked it up from them.
So do you have plans for the future after
I'd
high
like
school?
to play college golf and then see what happens from there. So.
Well, Noah, we just want to wish you the best of luck, and also to Stacy Gooch, an 11th grader here at Pikeville who also qualified to go to state. We wish you both the best of luck at state and the future. This has been Frankie Daher with your news update.
Soccer boys and girls have made school history. This year's boys and girls soccer teams were the first to ever win All-A region and make an appearance in the All-A state. Not only have these teams made history, but had an awesome record while doing it. The boys having a record of 10-3 and the girls having a record of 12-5.
This is it, boys. This is war. What are we waiting for? Why don't we break the rules already? I was never one to believe the hype. Save that for the black and white. Try twice as hard and a map is like, but here they come again to jack my style. That's alright.
It was a really good win for us. This was our most important game thus far this year. It's our first regional game. It's our first district game, and we thought going into the season this was going to be one of the better teams from this area, probably the best team from this area. We had to bring our best game. We did.
I'm here with Coach Jodan Van Hoos, and your Lady Panthers have just won their first district game. Is that right?
First district is correct tonight.
So how do you feel your team played out on the field?
They played outstanding. I mean, they totally controlled the entire game and every aspect of the field. And Delaney, this is my second year coaching her. She's what you would call one of the hardest of the team. She just gives you 120%. I thought it'd be unique to have Beck up here because give her the experience, this being her first year. She's our only freshman on the team, and I want her to know that she's welcome, and we care a lot about her, and we appreciate her, and we think a lot of her.
This has been Dalton with your Sports Exclusive.
And if you were wondering why my partner here looks like a chipmunk, it's because he got his wisdom teeth taken out recently.
Thanks, Sam.
No problem.
Nice mohawk, by the way.
Thanks.
Anyways, now on to Panther football. Our Panthers came out with a huge win for Pike County Bowl, where they faced off against Powell County. Squeak scored the first touchdown starting out his year as starting quarterback.
Nice.
During halftime, the Legends Award was given to Don Batten.
I'm here with Coach Chris McNamee of the Pikeville Panthers, and he has just taken his first victory. So how do you feel?
Feel real good. I thought our boys came out and played hard tonight, had a good crowd, good atmosphere, and that's what we try to stress, though, is it's a team game. We've got 11 guys going out there at a time, and we've got a lot of freshmen playing all the way up to seniors, and guys that have stepped up and taken leadership roles. You know, obviously Chase Hall had a big game tonight, worked extremely hard, ran the ball hard. But he had some guys up there making some holes for him, too. Our offensive line did a good job.
Well, thank you, Coach Mack.
All right, thank you, Dog. Hey, I want to thank all the students for coming out tonight, too. They did a great job.
You keep on saying you'll be mine for a while. You're looking fancy and I like your style. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy.
A big congratulations goes out to the senior girls for winning the Powder Puff game 22-0. The juniors played hard but couldn't get together. The game went great, and there were only a few serious injuries. Only kidding.
Senior!
winners or the losers tonight?
Well, I think I've coached this team to victory so far. I mean, we're only up 8-0, but I see a good chance of us winning.
Who said girls couldn't play football?
This has been your sports exclusive with David Clevenger
and Samuel Prater. Have a fantastic day.
Here, and I'm here with Miss Jerry McNamee, the new 7th grade math teacher. So Jerry, are you enjoying yourself?
I am. I've had a great time these first few days, and I've enjoyed the kids, and we're learning a lot already.
Well, good. What made you want to teach? What made you want to take this position?
Well, I was originally a business major. I graduated from Eastern Kentucky University with a major in business management and marketing, and then I also earned my MBA through Moorhead. So I was in business for several years and then stayed home with my children. And after I stayed home for a while, it gave me the chance to think about what I would like to do that might be a little bit more fulfilling. And teaching is what I wanted to do.
Awesome, awesome. So you said teaching is fulfilling. Why is that fulfilling?
Well, each day I feel like I can make a difference in these kids' lives. And math is the area that I felt was the most needed. I just feel it's a very important subject for them later on. It can lead them to a lot of great careers.
So did you have a very influential teacher in your life?
I did. His name is Ken Kinder, and he taught math at Millard High School, which is where I graduated from. And he always told us we needed to burn the midnight oil when we were studying math. So he just left an impression on me.
So Jerry, we know you're very involved with this Panther family. Obviously your husband is the coach of the Pikeville football team. Yes. So tell us a little about your family. How did you and Mr. McNamee meet?
Well, we met when I was working at a bank in the summer. He asked me out as I was working in the drive-through window. So that kind of made it history. We dated for 4 years and we were married in 1994. We've been married for 18 years.
Wow.
We have a son, Andrew, in 8th grade, and he is 14. And we have a daughter, Lindsay, who is in 7th grade here. She's actually in 2 of my classes. She's 12, and Isaac, who is in 3rd grade at the elementary school.
How is that, having your own child in class? Is it weird?
It's great. She's a good girl.
Good. I know for some that could be a little bit bad, but it's a girl and it's Lindsay and she's great.
Exactly.
So have you always been involved with Pikeville? Where did you go to school?
I actually graduated from Millard High School, but I have a stepbrother who went to high school here, so I did come to see football games when I was in high school.
So you've always been around this area?
I have been.
Have you ever moved away and come back, or is that just for college?
Only for college, and then after Chris and I were married in '94, we lived near Georgetown for a while, and my first job was at Toyota in Georgetown.
Oh, wow. So
yes.
You've been to a lot of different places.
I have been.
That's awesome. Well, what made you want to stay in Pikeville?
We kind of thought about children, and as soon as we started thinking about having children, we wanted to be near family and near home, and Pikeville's home.
Well, good. Well, we're glad to have you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So, Jerry, do you have any expectations for your students or for you throughout this school year?
Well, this year we have recently had a great increase in the standards for Kentucky for math. So we do have a lot of work to do, but we are on target for a curriculum map. We're right on schedule, and the kids are doing great. So I do expect that we will be meeting those standards and hopefully exceeding those standards this year. For myself, I have to participate and finish the Kentucky Teachers Internship Program. So I will be doing that, and there's some leadership projects involved, so I'll be very busy with that and hope to successfully finish that in March.
Well, that is exciting.
Yes.
Well, we're happy to have you.
Thank you.
This has been Frankie Daher and Miss Jerry McNamee, and this has been your Teacher Feature.
Make sure to catch Pikeville Independent's principals and superintendent as they sit down and talk about topics that are going on in the school system, only on Pike TV. And watch Pike TV for the times that this and the next Panther Power Hour will air. For all of us here in the Panther studio, I'm Austin Burke, and this has been your Panther Power Hour on Pike TV.